Hi, guys and gals. We picked up the 589 in Tulsa at Rush, and now we're dropping by our yard in Oklahoma City, Southern Lifting and Hoisting in Oklahoma City, where there is a truck that needs to be hauled back. Supposedly it's already loaded. Actually, I see it right there. So anyway, we're gonna grab it and take it home. All right, guys and gals, we are loaded up. We got said truck. They did get a job. Crew here had it already loaded, so we just changed it down right quick. We're gonna take her back to Texas. 589, pulling a 589. Let's go.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes.
All right, guys and gals, it's about 1 in the morning. What a day it turned into. So we went to Tulsa. I didn't film a lot of the trip. Grabbed a rental car first thing this morning. Struck out of town. Went straight to Tulsa town. Met up with Peterbilt Steve, obviously, and picked up this truck here, which was having some work done to it. This is truck 135. This is the lavender and green frame truck that I absolutely love. Really my first time using it loaded. I mean, I did take Grey Ghost with the show truck in my trailer up to Matt's, but this is a little bit heavier load. This is a stretch RGN, a full stretch RGN, and a winch truck. So really the first loaded application I've done in a 589. This is an awesome piece of equipment. So many people are caught up on how the doors look and the windows, and I get it, but this thing drives like a car. And I also get that people don't want a truck that drives like a car. They want a truck that drives like a truck, but overall, they're missing the boat a little bit on what an awesome piece of equipment these 589s are. 589 winch truck that we got loaded on there. This truck needed to come back and the trailer, so they loaded it up for me. They actually took a crane and set the truck on there, so they set it on there very straight, pulled the stack so we didn't have any clearance issues. We would have been about 15.5 tall or something. It's just easier to roll without that. But anyway, it's about 1 in the morning. We're back, parked it in here. I unchained some of it so they could keep some of the chains belong on that truck, some of the chains belong on that truck. Kind of keeps everything straight. They'll unload it in the morning. My work here is done. I was supposed to get it here and I did. So I'm gonna go to bed and call it a day for today. But a day in the life of Truck Show Joe when I'm not truck showing, this is kind of what it looks like. So we've got a few packages inside that came in. We're gonna grab those, grab our stuff out of here, throw them in our pickup, and we're gonna go to the house. So let's do it. On a side note, you probably heard some trucks in the background. A lot of guys here tonight. So Monday night at the trucking yard, 589 sitting here, everyday work truck for us. 389 sitting here, everyday work truck for us. And then let's see if I can't move around here just a little bit. Don't know that you're going to be able to see it, but there is another one right back there. 3-axle. 3-axle truck, 3-axle step deck. And another 589 down behind me back there. So I'm assuming these guys, they're all heavy haul guys, so I'm assuming they're probably loading a big package in the morning. They're posted up here tonight, sleeping on the yard. So let's go see what packages we got. I'm actually super excited about this package because I actually already know what it is. Couple trucks in the shop. Since there's nobody in here, we'll check it out. 589 in here getting something done, and one of our cool 389s over here getting, looks like probably a service. That's a service bay right there. This is kind of the engine. They had a couple cool engines in here. There's one being built right now, but yeah, right there. So it rained a lot last week, so some of the trucks are pretty dirty. Usually they come in, get these things fixed up, and then they'll run through the Red Devil and get them washed up. But let's go see what this box is. It's supposed to be right here somewhere. I'm assuming this is probably it right here. Yep. Joe Goldridge. This, guys, is the solution to my problem, I hope. This is Starlink. I finally just jumped on and bit the bullet, and now we're gonna have Wi-Fi wherever we go. We will have Starlink now. Can use it at the house, use it on the road. So I'm really excited about that. There's the daily driver whip right there. We're gonna go get in it, load up our stuff out of the truck, and call it a night. See y'all. Oh, it is 5:40 on a Wednesday in the morning, and we're gonna run to the shop and grab this truck. Running just a little bit behind, actually. I hate to admit that. But Matt's coming over. We're gonna go through some rollers of the brown truck in the dark and with the sun coming up. That is the golden hour to do it. So let's go. All right, so we got the videos done there. Absolute fire. We drove this unit up here to get it washed and polished and stuff. And so we got another one down there. We'll check it out. Southern Transport rig going by. All right, so you can see we got one down here that they're polishing on. We've got some drivers in town doing some training right now. So they're actually washing and polishing everybody up. So when they leave town, they look good. One of the cool perks about over here, they, you know, if you're off for a few days, they'll kind of get you cleaned up. So Red Devil down here getting her polished up, and that purple truck's gonna get the same treatment. So yeah, let's see what they got done so far. They're probably pretty close to done with this one. So yeah, they may in fact actually be completely done with it. So yeah, there she is. They're fixing some fenders on this, so that's why there's no fenders on the back. They're working on them at the shop as we speak. So yeah, there you go. Check it out. So we're renting this truck to get polished. This truck's also getting polished. That one done already got polished. We're gonna drive it back. We call this one Blues Clues. This was the first 589 that we received. It was so new and secret, I didn't even know we had it. I thought I was picking up the first 589 that I drove home and made video of, and this one was already hauling loads. So first 589 right here, that's why it does not have stacks on it. So, all right, so we got the two trucks dropped off. Bird's firing this one up, I think. Anyway, me and Bird's gonna drive this one back. Gonna shoot a couple videos as he's driving it for Red Devil. And like I said, they got two new fenders they're gonna put on it that they've got painted up. So anyway, get it. Guys, did we just have a team meeting about a team meeting? Or a team meeting about it? We just had a meeting. So this is the crew. You'll see what we did down the road and it'll be amazing. Right? They don't seem very, I don't think they were involved in the same meeting. I'm pumped myself, but. All right, so the trucks are done. They got them polished up, as you can see. There's old Blues Clues right there. And the other one's right, well, you can't see it, but it's right there. All right, so I walked over here by it. Here's the purple truck right here. Guys, I cannot tell you, I love this truck. This thing is bad to the bone. Look at what a good looking truck that is. Whew. I am super proud. You know, I picked the colors 100% on this. And I think it is absolutely popping. I'm really proud of this rig. It is a great driving, great rigged out truck. And we just changed just a few things about it by painting the breathers, tanks. Anyway, nice combo. There it is, done. Check out, let's walk over here. So check this out. Red Devil got a new sign. Oh, what? Beep, beep. Check that out. All right, so we got a little tour up at the last show. We got in a lot of rain. We had to wash in the rain. A few things went wrong there. Anyway, but they got us dialed back in. Red Devil's got us cleaned up. We hand polished, repolished, fixed a few scratches that we got. Anyway, back to square one. I think Gus Rick's over here. It is May the something, I don't know, 12th maybe, Tuesday, whatever Tuesday is. We got the Tulsa show next week. So driving in the rain got us dirty right here. The cool thing about the Lincoln stacks is you can actually remove the OG heat guard and clean behind them, where the Dynaflexes you can't. That being said, it looks to me like Dynaflex is a thing of the past. There's some news hitting the waves this week. By the time you see this video, I don't know if that'll still be the thing, but there's definitely some moves being made. There's some equipment on sale online from Dynaflex, so it does look like Dynaflex has went by the wayside. I will say this. That's sad for an American company. However, there's no love lost between me and Dynaflex. I have for years been saying that they weren't what they once were. You know, I bought a set of Dynaflexes because they were supposed to be the best, and I did like a baloney cut when that was kind of a new thing, and it looked like literally a 2-year-old cut it. It was so jagged. I mean, we ended up fixing it kind of with a grinder. We definitely had problems with chrome. Do the other companies have problems with chrome? Yes. I think all of them do, especially when you get into these new trucks with the heat and the def and all that. It's a whole new world on that. But it is sad. But at the same time, like I say, I don't really have any love lost with Dynaflex. Nobody there's really ever really been nice to me. So anyway, I don't think it's anything that anybody hadn't seen coming for a while. Corey obviously does not give a shit. So anyway, on to the real subject though. I took the heat guard off. We've polished this little section, got it back clean. So the stack's 100% clean. We're gonna throw the guards back on. Pretty easy to take off, to be honest. The 2 bolts to the back are very close to the sleeper. You have to actually use a bit and an end wrench and turn it turn by turn, which kind of sucks. But other than that, pretty easy to get them all off. You can use a ratchet on most of them and just zip them right out of there. There's 6 screws total, 3 on top, 3 on bottom. So, and guard just comes right on and off. So, pretty stoked about the fact that you can clean those right there. The Dynaflex OGs wrap further around and you cannot get that guard off to clean behind it. I mean, you could if you took the whole stack apart and slid it up the top. It would be very difficult to do without messing up some stuff. So, we'll also say on Dynaflex's defense, their little patterns are tighter, so you can't really see in there as well, but you definitely can see in there and see that it's dirty behind it. So, anyway, we're gonna time lapse putting them back on. All right, so we're back day 2 or Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, Wednesday. We grabbed the trailer with heavy artillery just because it's easier to hook up and unhook. They're gonna spray the trailer off from the rain, get it back to clean, and they're gonna polish this little section right here for us and touch everything up right quick. That's what we're doing today. Red Devil, let's go. All right, so we got her done. You can see they polished the box around the letters, touched up the wheels and the boxes, which got a little water spotted. And we're gonna build up air and pull her out. Red Devil for the win. You can see the box all matches now, looks real good. So, there you go. Cool 589 here, getting washed up tanker unit. Morning, boys and girls, guys and gals. Truck Show Joe here. So we're getting to do something today that not a lot of people get to do. Super simple, they just don't have the chance to do this. So I'm super excited about it. We're gonna go get the brown truck, take it over to the shop, and I'll show you more about it. Let's go. All right, so here we are. We're gonna go over to the other shop and get something done. This is what's really cool. Let's check it out. All right, so any of y'all know it's 379s through time. The door is heavy and it kind of bends these hinges right here and lets the door sink a little bit. So in this case, we have a big gap. You can see daylight right there. So to fix that, you can take a jack and put on the back of the door and jack the door back into place. But in this case, we have kind of some old looking hinges. So we bought a set of polished hinges. So we're gonna put the polished hinges in there, which will square the door back up. But what's really cool is you can never really polish. You can see we've polished to here, but you can't really do this section. So while the doors are off, we're gonna polish that today. That's what a lot of people never get a chance to do. It's not that they can't, it's just a big pain in the butt to pull the doors off. Really no reason to pull them off and get them out of alignment if you weren't trying to change the hinges out, which we are doing. So we're gonna kill 3 birds, 1 stone here. So super excited about it. Let's go to the shop, see what happens. All right, so like I said, we're in the shop just before 7. Mechanics are rolling in. They're gonna pull these doors off. The polish guy from Red Devil's gonna swing through and knock out this little section we were talking about. And we're gonna get the new polished door hinges on it today. Have you got the parts under control, sir? No? No?
Always.
All right, so they're working on the doors and I'm on a donut run. Deke, our boy, he usually comes and gets donuts and pig in the blankets for our mechanics every morning. He's on a special mission today. He asked somebody to do it. They forgot. So here I am. They got me. Anyway, we got the donuts in the back, right back there. 2 boxes, and we'll take them and get these mechanics happy because you don't want unhappy mechanics. So when people ask, what do I do here? I do a lot of stuff. Today, donut run. Anyway, important part. Very important. Holding 1-footer, guys. We run these a lot. We call them 1-footers because they're 1 foot off the ground. Some people call it a double drop. Anyway, we run a lot of loads on these. Everybody keeps asking about Kenworths. Here you go. We're gonna run this down to Red Devil and get it washed up, polished up. All right, so we got her busted off. We're gonna run this down to Red Devil, get it washed and polished up. So we'll do it before and after. This is the before. And they're gonna polish and wash it, so we'll try to get the after. All right, so here we are. We're grabbing, we brought one down. We're grabbing Desert Storm 2.0. And we're going to, cool truck in the background right there. I don't know if you saw it go by. We're gonna run this one back down to the yard. They got it all, Red Devil got it all cleaned up inside. Floors are all done. So yeah, we're gonna run this unit back to the yard. We have another driver bringing another truck. He just called me and told me to hold up, so we're gonna grab him as well. So give him a ride back. All right, let's go. All right, so we're waiting on this other driver. I thought some of y'all may not have seen 2.0. So there's Desert Storm 2.0. We have a flat top version, which is 1. But Desert Tan and Murder It Out, basically, if you're into that look. So thought maybe some of y'all hadn't seen it. Let's check out some of the other cool trucks that's here as well. This little unit right here is real nice. Getting all cleaned up. So we just dropped the Kenworth off, which you can see right there, and these are 2 of our others. I guess it's winch truck day for us. Tiffany and Chris are getting it figured out about what the game plan is. Y'all getting it figured out what the game plan is? That's what I thought. Yeah, good job.
Talking about it.
Winch truck of ours. These are all getting washed, polished. So 10-4. Guys and gals, truck Joe here. Here you can see doors are off. We're gonna get them to polish this little section up right here, which is a spot you can usually never hit. Polish guy's on his way. He's gonna knock those out right quick. We got both the doors off. They're getting them dialed in. So they'll be ready to put back on in just a minute. All right, big shout out to Red Devil Truck Wash. They sent their guy up here. He just knocked it out. You can see it's done. We got the seal back in, and they'll put the doors back on in just a minute. There's one sitting right there. They got the new stainless steel latches put on there. So I'll show you the end result. We're gonna try to time lapse on putting that door back on. Let's go. All right, there's the finished product. So it's all polished in behind here now. Everything looks blended. Something not a lot of people get a chance to do. So really cool. Hi everybody. So everybody wants to remain anonymous. We're gonna film without them. We're gonna green screen it and take them out. So you'll just see the wrenches moving. It's gonna be kind of weird, but you just see the wrenches moving. I had to guarantee them it would work like this or they wouldn't be on video. So it's gonna look like there's a ghost working on the doors, but not really. Guys, we got tractors tore down all the shit. We got trucks tore down all the shit. They put a brand new motor. Look at this paint job on this thing. They knocked it out of the park here. Let's check this out. They even did the tops. Look at that. Whew. This thing was sitting on the floor unpainted yesterday. They've already painted it, got it put in, knocking it out. This one's getting some new lights put on it. This one's getting some new tires put on it. And I don't know what they're doing to that, but something. But anyway, shop full of stuff here today, including this bad girl. Polish guy's almost here. Red Devil, thank you, big shout out. They sent us a guy up here. He's gonna knock this little section out. Guys and gals, y'all have heard of him a few times. Are you the Bay 2 Bandit? Bay 2 Bandit? Bay 2 Bandit right there. A few people have seen him. You've heard about him. Here it is live.
Do we go up? No, we're not going up. Door's just angling. You just went up there.
So basically everything we did is out the window. He got it there once. I feel like he can get it there again, don't you think, Robert? Yeah.
I just, why you name drop? I thought we were anonymous.
Scratch that. Cut.
Yes, this clip sounds weird. I had to
They
remove
would have thought you
background
was Robert
music.
if you hadn't cleared that up. They were like, God, I thought that guy's name was Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes it. Let's go look at it from the other side. We like it?
They'll come down. Get out and look at it, Kyle. Good, Bob.
I want to be the advocate for saying how easy it is to get in and out of the truck with no door on it. So if you're ever thinking about going for this chopped look, it would be easy to access in and out of the cab. I mean, I can just go right up in there, do my filming. I mean, there's, just think about the videography you could do. I mean, look at this dash shot. There's no door to hit. You can get out and get this. Nobody can get that view right there. I'm going to take a video of that dash before we put the door back on.
Wonder.
All right, so doors are on and done. We're pulling a little bit of the old seal off. There's some glue we got to get rid of, but we adjusted all the tractors. Doors are where they need to be. Kyle's underneath there right now fixing stuff. When they put the starter on, they moved some wiring harnesses and the leveling valves and some airlines, and they got some stuff crossed up. So we got all that fixed now. Truck's setting back right. So finishing it up today. This is Friday. So should be done here in another 30 minutes or so. Bert, what do you think the temperature is outside right now? Like 500 degrees, or is it like only 450?
It's probably like at least 475.
475. Gotcha. Oh, hey, here comes a guy with a sack full of parts that we were waiting on. This is important stuff. You can set it on that table right there, sir. Thank you.
No problem.
Custom ordered, right?
Custom ordered.
Custom ordered.
Custom shaped. Southern style.
It's so hot, the Bandit lost his whatever he had on. Guys and guys, Truck Show Joe here. It took all day to get this right here, which is the right 379 style door gasket. Now, if you get into the later models with the new doors on them, you maybe have this new style, which has this cute little thingamajiggy that sticks into the other thingamajiggy, but these are much thicker, and they do not work the same. You can tell the new one too because it has this little cut right here. Sorry, this little flange right here. It's an extra little widened piece. Does not fit the other ones very well. So, after lots of talking and discussing, this is the correct one. We went and picked it up at Peterbilt ourselves. So now we're going to get it put on. Guys and gals, Truck Show Joe here. We're about to do some shady shit, so that's why the camera's off. No camera. They don't want to be on camera. We don't want to be on camera. It's done. It's off. It's over. All right, guys, this is an important part of the deal. So you know we were having some blow-by issues, which is the little tube right down there. So we actually rigged a rubber tie down up over this piece and come down and was hooked to this jug. And this jug was basically a catch can for oil. We wanted to know what was coming through. We drilled some holes in it so it could actually breathe and let what little bit of blow by, hopefully there was, out. But basically this can just went over the hose. And we're gonna take it out now and try it. We think that whatever the issue was fixed itself, which is kind of not a thing, but sometimes maybe it is a thing. So I don't know, fingers crossed. The motor seems to be performing perfectly fine. And we had very little in the catch can, especially on the trip to Florida, as compared to what it was doing before. So we're removing the can, but I did want to show it at some point. You can see we drilled holes on both sides, cut the opening out, and it just slid up over that hose and was held there. So anyway, that's what we did to get to Florida and back. All right, so here it is. They're done with it. I told you I'd do a before and after. So you saw it this morning. Now it's all polished up, cleaned up, tire shined, all that kind of stuff. They also polished this one up. Truck 17. Polish this one up for us. And we got this one done too. So. All right, guys, so she's back in the shop. She's done. So here's what we did. We replaced our old hinges, which were very dull looking. We've got polished door hinges in here now. And we also polished the which there's not a whole lot of it you can see, but now that's all polished all the way down. So something that not a lot of people get a chance to do. When they're in there, we put all new door gaskets in it, recentered the doors. Everything's very, very tightly closed right now. No air leaks. We had an air leak right up here in the front. So we adjusted that door to where it kind of fit. There's a little bit to that. Those guys are real good. They've been doing that stuff for a while. So anyway, we're back locked and loaded. Super happy to get that done. We fixed some issues we had right in here, and we're back on board. We're going to call it for the weekend and do a couple things next week and roll to Tulsa. So the road to Tulsa.